Calm aim in Valorant. Instead of squiggly lines and panic shots, we go for controlled headshots with very precise movement. Calm aim has been a phenomenon for some time now, and it continues to go viral from time to time. So people are very curious about calm aim, and I'm no different. How can I get calm aim like my favorite content creators or high-ranking players? Well, today that's what I want to explore, and unlike a lot of my other videos, I will promise one thing. By the end of it, I genuinely feel like I improved in Valorant. I explored the fundamentals, common misconceptions, and ultimate solutions that improve me. By the end of it, made me feel like I was playing way better, and I believe if you watch all the way through, you will also improve, because as I discover new things, I make sure you discover them as well, and I believe we can improve together. Now, what you're watching in the background is me playing a deathmatch, which is a warm-up before I hopped into ranked. Now, what I believed at the moment was that calm aim was about taking deep breaths and just trying your best to keep the aim calm. Don't spray and pray, don't squiggle around, and if you miss, just take a deep breath, re-aim, and fire. And that's how I entered ranked game 1, with this concept in mind. Little did I know that I had so much to learn. Nice. Yo, that was a huge flank by me, I'm not gonna lie. There's still one more. I think he's backside somewhere. Yep. No, my TP. Oh, my TP. Alright. Easy peasy, boy. Give me a gun. 2 versus 3. At least we're up 2 rounds so far. Do you want me to flash in, or... I'm flashing breach. Oh, no, behind. That was our first L, but it's okay because I go again for the flank. No panicking here. I go for a nice controlled aim, and so far I'm actually believing I'm doing decent, and to some extent it's not terrible. I am more calm, my movement's a little bit more controlled, and I am trying to take shots that are only intentional. But with that being said, some fundamentals are still missing. Where are you looking, buddy? Where are you looking, buddy? Nice. Okay, I'm just gonna push this chamber. He's bad. He's gonna be looking my way. He's that clone. Watch this flash TV. Watch. Peekaboo. Oh, okay, no panic. Oh my goodness. There's so many people here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 people here. Okay, I'm gonna make a crazy play. I'm gonna throw this. Everyone flash, turn around, one tap everyone. Boom! Okay, 1 versus 2. Okay. Maybe I throw a TP backside. No. Oh man, 1v5. At least I know I can 1v5 because I've got calm aim. I can't say that's calm aim. As we take on the final round, 12-5, we want to close this out. First game is going to end with a W, but calm aim isn't really a huge part of it quite yet. I did feel I was playing more calm mentally, but that's not what calm aim is about. I pull off a couple decent plays and we wrap up the game. But now, listen to this guy here.
Take your time. You have more time than you think. Take your time. You have more time than you think. But that's where a lot of people have been getting calm aim wrong. Calm aim isn't about aiming slow. It's about calming your nerves and reading the opponent's movement so that you only take shots when it matters.
This guy's video alongside a couple others really show me what calm aim is about, and I'll put all the sources down below. You should watch them. Though as I entered this next game, I took that advice to heart. I kept my mental calm, but I loosened my tension. I made sure not to grip the mouse super hard and went for a light grip with a bit more of a flowy aim style. And oh my goodness, it made a huge difference immediately. Now I know it's a little bit weird, but we're Valorant players who are already weird, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Go and try this stretch here, the prayer stretch. The deeper you go, you're gonna feel the burn, and it makes a big difference. It helped loosen my nerves, loosen the tension, and it made my aim feel so much cleaner. I've had a few Immortal Radiants who watch my videos tell me that I'm just too tense, and I never fully understood it until diving into calm aim, and oh my goodness, it made a difference.
Waterfall probably.
3 on 3. Really need to win this. 2 versus 4. Okay, we got a pick. Another pick. Let's get out of here. I don't want to fight that. My ass decides to wobble over as quickly as possible to A, plant, and then play aggressive, just in order to wrap this up.
Don't make noise.
Bye-bye.
Let's go.
Easy, easy. Trying to carry this momentum forward, it was definitely a close game. Playing aggressive with knives, looking for my picks, and most importantly, looking for map control. I started to hybrid my calm aim with my last video, or 2 videos ago, which was about playing aggressive. And putting these two together was really, really interesting. It allowed me to take map control while still being, well, present, while still remaining calm, and while not panicking. Even if the clove came back next to me, not panicking and looking that way, knowing I still have time and watching my own angle, allowing me to get a triple kill, top frag, keep map control, and help get our team to victory. But then Valorant Ranked was Valorant Ranked. I'm 19 and 11. I'm happy with my own performance and I keep criticizing myself, meaning all I can do is try to improve myself. But we had an AFK. Someone left, it became a 4 versus 5, and an already really balanced and close match was no longer balanced when we were down our smoke player, and a decent player at that. He had to apparently go do some chores. It's not fun, it's actually genuinely tilting, and no matter how hard we tried, the game was over the minute he left. With that being said, back on topic about calm aim, I want you to listen to this.
So to get calm aim, you need 3 things. You need 1, tension management, 2, Dittoz method, and 3, tracking practice.
Another great video with another great source down below for you to watch it. It's very detailed, and again, one of the very first things is tension management, loosening that grip and giving yourself the best chance at aiming by allowing those muscles and that tension to remain loose. But we did go over that, so let's touch on the next 2 things. The first of the 2 is the Dittoz aim method, and I'm going to let this creator explain it because he explains it perfectly.
And I'm going to try and, in one motion, I'm going to try and land on the far right bot. That was pretty decent. Let's try it again. That was off, off, and you'll see it's very inconsistent. Sometimes I'll land it, sometimes I won't. Now let's do Dittoz's aim method, which is a 2-step process. So let's say I go from A to B here, and I flick to the target, and then I micro adjust and shoot him. Let's go from A again. I flick to this target to the right and I micro adjust and shoot. Now I no longer need to be super accurate with my initial flick. I don't need to land that first flick exactly on the head.
Flick, micro adjust. I miss. Flick, micro adjust. Micro adjust. This is what I started working on next. You gotta pair this with clean movement though, because the idea here is to properly strafe and then be able to first move the mouse in the widest form as close as you can to the head, then micro adjust. And you don't want to go multiple micro adjusts. You don't want to be moving a lot as you're doing that, or else of course you're going to end up in a spray where you whip everything. And practicing this was satisfying. Like I was learning. So honestly, when it came to kind of lowering my tension, that was hard, but eventually I got it. When it came to understanding the aim proportion, right? Wide flick or like sort of big movement into micro movement, but a 2-part aim method, that all made sense. Everything was clicking fine. But then eventually the third and final thing that he explains is tracking. I don't need to play any more of his content because it deserves its own watch. But this is my weakness. And I get called out in multiple videos where a lot of Valorant players are underperforming or undertrained in tracking, and I am too. Look how bad my tracking is. Like, I don't know if I need to install aim labs or I'll just do this, which is what he recommended, which you can track the head and then go 1-2 on a bot. So track the head as much as you can, 1-2, and you do that over and over, and you start putting all these together and you get the base fundamentals of calm aim. You practice these 3 together and your calm aim starts improving. So we're gonna hop into the next rank game with even more knowledge and see what we can do. Okay, low-key, this rank game is going pretty well so far. I forgot to hit record early, but by round 4, we have all of them. Sit down. Oh, wait. I'm going to play aggressive. I'm definitely playing aggressive here. Hold up. Just wait for that Viper wall. I don't really want to push it on my own. Okay, I look a little bit lost. Hold up. Just waiting out some util, man. Ooh. I almost died right there. Ooh! Ooh! Easy. Now, as the ranked game continued, it was going decent. It was actually another close game, so the balancing of the matchmaking was fine, but it was balanced in a little bit of an odd way, which some of you will relate to. It felt like if me and this chamber weren't putting in a ton of work, not much was going on. That's why I flashed the scoreboard for a bit there. And it's not to be like super mean, but I'm also gonna be as transparent as possible. Like I was like, sometimes felt like I was on the edge of like crashing out because anything we lost, it's because me and Chamber died. Like if me and Chamber were dead, the round was immediately over. If I got 2 to 3 kills, I felt Chamber could support the other side and we could win. And that's where this game felt like. It was 6-3. We had the lead, but it felt like me and Chamber were carrying. It felt like we had to work overtime. Does that make sense? And me and Chamber again. Me and Chamber.
One flank.
Maybe Chamber's dead. If I don't do some damage here, it's over. Oh, I'm 6 HP, but I don't care. I don't really care. Just come here. Dad.
Okay.
How much more do I need to get?
Nice.
It's not good when the game is 9-3 and it feels stressful. That's not. As the game continued, it was then 9-5. I go for a nice little flank here. My team finds one. I find another. I find two. There's only one player remaining. I then kind of have to stay a little bit aware on where Jet is because we weren't holding much. And it's 10-5, so things seem to be going okay. Bam, it's 10-9. What happened? I stopped carrying. That's like all that happened. I didn't get many kills. And if I didn't get kills, we lost. That's literally what happened. This next round, I get a few kills. It means we win. Now, the good thing is that I can carry myself out, meaning the more I improve, the more consistent I am, the more likely I am to win. The bad thing is it does get exhausting and it can lead to a little bit of tilt. I do enter this next ranked game with some amount of tilt, which is not good, but luckily, it dissipates pretty fast. Like, luckily, it dissipates pretty fast, but you shouldn't tilt Q, and I actually did tilt Q, and you know, nothing else can go wrong except the fact that I play aggressive, take control, Clove goes B, B is empty, they call out for A, Clove then retreats from empty B instead of planting, goes down through mid, going the wrong direction, dies to an enemy ISO, and leaves Spike mid. Don't ask me why!
Oh, why'd you just run?
Wait, why is Spike mid? We're gonna run out of time! I'm gonna crash out. Ooh, deep breath. Because calm aim was not translating to calm mental until, you know, we took a deep breath. You can see the score line. Like I said, we did actually end up like catching ourselves, and I wasn't alone. My team was also a little bit frustrated, but all together, we start performing very, very well. And I continue to play aggressive and calm at the same time, looking for picks. If it's a 2v2, trying to stay in smart positioning and trying my best to like still try to carry. You know what I mean? Bam, 4K. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna lie, I was consistently performing well. Throughout this video, I actually learned and continued to improve.
That was so nice. Good job.
Thank you.
One's outside of B-man. Why would they peek mid? That's what they
Yeah,
get.
I don't know.
That's what they get. Nice pick, Steve. What? Learn! Yeah, okay, they're actually...
I gave it up!
Hey, they finally won though.
True. They were dedicated to that. Oh my god. Oh yeah, they're giving it up. GG's. Multiple 4Ks, almost multiple aces, all in one ranked video, and these were all back-to-back ranked games. I loved studying and learning when it came to calm aim. I highly recommend everyone gives it a go. It has now substantially improved my gameplay, and it is going to be part of my gunplay. It is awesome. With that being said, I still have a long way to go to actually climb myself out and absolutely grind. It wasn't enough to just win every game, which can be demoralizing, especially with multiple top frags or match MVPs. But despite the crash out, all I can do is improve myself, and that is the entire point of these ranked series, to improve, and hopefully you can improve alongside me. If you want infinite one taps for the rest of your life, all you gotta do is hit the sub button. Okay, bye.